Hello everyone, welcome back to the Inculcation of Human Values and Professional Ethics class. I'm Dr. Surbhi Unyal and I teach philosophy at the School of Liberal Arts. Today, we are going to explore the theme of ethical leadership and professional integrity, the two principles that will shape not only your professional careers but also your academic journey and personal life. Leadership is not merely about holding authority or directing people. It is, as many thinkers have observed, both an art and a skill, that is, the ability to motivate, guide, and positively influence others towards common goals. Yet, leadership without ethics is shallow and potentially destructive. Ethical leadership is about making morally and professionally correct decisions that do not simply serve personal interests but strengthen institutions, teams, and communities for long run. So before we go further, I want you to pause and think for a moment. Who do you consider a good leader and why? So it might be a historical figure, a politician, a teacher, a family member, or even a classmate. What qualities make you trust or respect that person? Is it their intelligence, their fairness, their ability to inspire, or perhaps their courage to do the right thing? Keep that person in mind as we move through today's discussion, because reflecting on real examples help us connect theory with practice. Ethical leaders aspire to treat everyone fairly and with dignity, whether in professional or personal decisions. Professional integrity reinforces this by demanding that one's actions consistently align with values of honesty, accountability, and responsibility. Integrity is tested not only in moments of crisis, but in everyday choices. For example, resisting plagiarism, giving proper credit, listening to diverse voices, and admitting mistakes when they occur. Students who cultivate integrity early find it easier to build strong reputation, earn the trust of peers and professors, and prepare for responsible roles in their future workplaces. Philosophy provides us with timeless wisdom on these matters. Aristotle's virtue ethics reminds us that leadership comes from cultivating virtues or habits of justice, courage, and moderation. Kant emphasizes on duty, teaching us that integrity is about doing what the right thing is because it is right, not because it is easy or profitable. Mill and other utilitarians urge us to weigh the consequences of actions and strive for the greatest good. And in India's intellectual tradition, Chanakya, also known as Kautilya, offers interesting insights in his Arthashastra and Niti Shastra. Chanakya insisted that a true leader must always prioritize the welfare of others over personal gain. He said that the king shall consider as good not what pleases himself, but what pleases his subjects. So for him, the foundation of good leadership was Vinay, that is, humility and discipline. Knowledge or power without humility leads to arrogance, while humility makes leaders approachable, fair and respected. Chanakya also emphasized self-control. A leader must first govern themselves before governing others. Greed, anger or favoritism, he warned, could destroy the entire kingdom or organization. Alongside this, he valued foresightedness and a visionary, which is urging leaders to anticipate future challenges and prepare their people. Finally, he believed in meritocracy, rewarding ability and respecting diverse contributions rather than relying on favoritism. Chanakya's model of leadership combines humility, discipline, fairness, vision, and service. So for you as a student, this means leading in ways that build trust, encourage teamwork, and put collective goals above personal pride. In today's rapidly changing world, leadership faces new challenges. So transformations in organizational structures, technological disruptions, and evolving regulations. Leaders must balance organizational sustainability with care for people, ensuring that innovation and humanity go hand in hand. Research shows that empathy, emotional intelligence, open communication, recognition, and encouragement are key qualities of successful leaders. Ethical leaders create climates where people feel secure, valued, and motivated. They reward initiative, encourage innovation, and respect diverse viewpoints. In doing so, they eliminate barriers and stereotypes, ensuring that everyone can contribute meaningfully. Team building is at the heart of this process. Thriving teams depend on leaders who focus on fairness and transparency. Effective ethical leaders focus on goals that transcend personal ambitions, ensuring that the team and organization succeed together. In such environments, creativity and innovation flourish because people know their efforts will be valued. So this lesson applies directly to you as students. When you learn to collaborate honestly and respectfully in group projects now, you are building the same skills that will make you effective professionals later. Therefore, ethical leadership and professional integrity are not abstract theories. They are practical, everyday values that matter to you right now as students and will matter to you even more in professional lives. They are about courage, fairness, respect, accountability, and also ability to inspire. As Chanakya, Aristotle, Kant, and Mill all remind us in their different ways, leadership is not about power over the others, but responsibility for the others. So I leave you with few questions to reflect on. Who do you consider a good leader and why? And more importantly, what kind of leader do you want to become? In group projects, clubs, or even friendships, you have opportunities to practice Chanakya's model of leadership. You can ask yourself, am I leading with humility, Am I disciplined in my commitments? Am I fair to my peers? Am I looking ahead or only focused on the present? By reflecting on these questions, you start preparing yourself not just to succeed, but to lead with integrity and wisdom. So reflect on these questions and practice these ethical leadership values until we meet next time with some other interesting concepts. Thank you.